Thank you for the gifts, guys. No, I am not religious. No, I haven't been religious for, let's see, maybe a little over 8 years now. Not said a prayer at all in that time. Never stopped to say, um, never, never, never. No, I'm not religious and I can never be religious again. Those days have passed. I don't need religion. It's just not. I can be a good person without religion. I am a good person without religion. I try my best to be a good person without religion. I show empathy. In fact, I think I am the sweetest and kindest and the best since I am no longer religious. I don't know what it is. Lying becomes harder to do. Hey, be more. Thank you. Thank you. Who is that? Who was that? God. Oh, be more. Thank you. Thank you, God. Good people don't talk about others on a daily. Pastors don't even know you. It's okay. It's okay. Good people talk about people every single day. Good people talk about people every single day. Every how many minutes or so. So I don't know what you are talking about. Good people talk about people. Good people talk about people. Good people expose liars. Good people expose foolishness. Good people talk about the ills in the community, the society. That's what good people do. So as you're doing that, you will talk about fake pastors, fake preachers, right? That's what good people do. If you see evil and you just allow it to happen, then shame on you. If you see things that you can change with your voice.
Like Mandingo?
Mandingo? I love me, the holy Mandingo. Listen, the holy Mandingo is God.
Wow.
The holy Mandingo will always be God. Always.
Yeah, we talk about people talk about people every day.
Let me don't connect. That's a good question. What is the benefit of being known by a pastor? As far as I'm concerned, all pastors are fake. All pastors are all fake. If you cannot prove the existence of God, if you cannot prove the existence of the God the preachers claim to be speaking on behalf of, then who are they speaking on behalf of? Your pastor is fake. Why would I want to be known by clowns like that? Why? Guaranteed there are some good preachers who, do it from the goodness of their heart. They think that there's God somewhere, right? There's some. I've met a couple. But even those nice ones are still fake because they can't prove that God exists. No, nobody can prove that God exists. Nobody, including your preachers. Nobody. So why would I want to be known by no?
Well, it's false anyway, isn't it? How can you believe in something and know something? Like it's not possible to believe and know. So, that is a false in itself.
Mm-hmm.
You can have faith. That's different. But to believe, you can't believe and know.
At the same time,
belief is a doubt.
Vessel Raid. Thank you, Vessel Raiders. Okay, we're going to get started. I was waiting for the Vessel Raiders. So let's see. Make sure everything's working over here.
Your vessel. Welcome.
Okay.
Vessel.
Yeah, the Vessel Raiders. Anyway, on the panel right now, do we have anyone who is a believer? Dr. Lester, hello.
Hey everyone, good evening.
Dr. Lester, hello.
Hello, my dear. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. And yourself?
Yeah, I'm fine. I was just passing and
Are
you
you a
were talking.
believer of some sort?
Let's stop by.
Do you believe?
Yeah. Huh?
You believe in God?
If I believe what?
Do you believe in God?
Yes, yeah.
Which God do you believe in, sir?
Adonai. Adonai.
Adonai. Why do you believe in Adonai?
Because he said that's
Sorry?
one of his name. That's one of his name. Adonai.
You ever seen him before?
Adonai.
Hello, it is guys. You ever seen Adonai before?
No.
So how do you know Adonai is?
Like the other day I was picking up electricity. There's a wire, and there's something in the wire that if you touch it wrong, if you touch that wire wrong, it lick you down, but you can't see it. Yeah, you can't see it. What is there in the wire? The fire is there in the wire, and it will even analyze you.
So Adonai,
and you can't see.
So Adonai is a live wire now?
Yeah, a live wire.
People?
No.
Why are you comparing Adonai to an electric wire?
No, I'm comparing it with what you cannot see in the wire.
Okay.
I can see wires.
But an electric wire is not
something you can't see. You can't see it.
It's not a living thing, is it?
Yeah, man. A fireman is not you.
It's not a living thing.
Yeah, it lives.
Huh?
It lives, man.
It's not a living thing. I mean, I don't get it. I don't understand it. It's a metaphor, all right, okay, but how does this relate to Adonai? How does it relate to Adonai? That makes me remember a song, the song we used to sing. Adonai, we worship you, oh God. You are so good, Almighty God. Hallowed be thy name. Your dominion is forevermore.
I really don't.
Lord.
Oh, Adonai.
Yeah. I don't what you call it, debate God.
You don't debate
personally.
God. Okay. No. So what if I tell you that Adonai does not exist?
Well, you say it.
Yeah, because I can't see Adonai. I don't see Adonai. Okay, where does Adonai live? Where is Adonai right now as we speak? Where is he?
Everywhere.
He's everywhere?
Everywhere.
Does he have a location? Does he have a place? I remember to go and see him.
I remember that the master teacher said, he said, if the wind blow it where it listed and you hear the sound thereof, but you don't see it.
Okay, I mean, if we can't see it, then I'm sorry. How can I just determine that it is around this thing? How do you just determine that?
Like the breast that is in you, because if you
like the breast that is in breast.
Yeah, the breast that is in you.
Sorry.
Did you know that? I'm gonna say something. Did you know that?
Breast.
Breast.
I thought he said breast.
I,
I
I think he drunk is speaking.
Now, I will say if that's the religion, might be a little more convinced.
I'm not religious. I'm not religious.
Okay.
Your spiritual rights.
Well, according to the Constitution of the Kingdom, I'm a son of God.
What constitution?
The Constitution of the Kingdom.
The Constitution. Where can we find this Constitution?
The Bible.
You can find it in the Bible.
The Bible is. The Bible is.
The Bible.
The Constitution is the Constitution.
Really?
I'm touching base with you. I'm touching base with you.
That storybook is your Constitution?
Is that not storybook, my girl?
That storybook is your Constitution.
No Constitution.
That storybook is the Constitution to your kingdom. Wow.
Yeah, it's the Constitution.
To your kingdom.
To the kingdom of God.
That storybook.
All right, let me call it the manual then.
So this is so he's trying to say that where we are right now is not the kingdom of God, meaning that God has a kingdom, meaning that it's a location, right? And he's there.
No, not really.
Tell us more. Stop using metaphoric. Can you please tell us literally what you're saying? I'm already tired of this metaphor symbolic. I'm tired. Please be literal, so let's follow your line of thought, please.
Let me introduce you. My name is Lester Lewis, and I'm from the beautiful island of Jamaica.
Beautiful.
So
beautiful.
I just stopped by to say hello. And I'm not into debate. I'm not into those debates at all.
All right. Anyway, thank you for coming to say hello, yeah?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Say hello.
So we can move on.
All
Thanks
right,
for saying hello. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Well, that was interesting.
Yes, right. Okay, so lemon seals. I was telling you about this, our dear preacher. Thank you. He is totally exhausted from a hard day's job. That's his wife.
Do you think I'm going to say it bluntly, do you think bullshitting is tiring?
It must be. It must be, because if you were bullshitting as long as he has been bullshitting, I'm telling you, it must be tiring. But you know something? He makes a ton of money. Bullshit. This is by far in fact, what am I saying? He is the highest paid YouTuber in Nigeria.
Interesting.
This is the highest paid YouTuber in Nigeria. And ask me, what does he do on YouTube? Ask me that question.
So Afro Atheist, what does he do on YouTube?
Hang on. You hang on. I'll tell you what nets him all that money.
Like t-shirts, merch, all that kind of thing.
That would have even been better. That would have just been perfect. But hang on. So when you think of prayers, lemon seals, when you think of prayers, tell me, what's the first couple of things that come to mind when you think of prayers?
Okay, location could be your position, like positioning, maybe with your hands, maybe kind of like, yeah, body shape, I guess. I don't know how to describe it. Body position when you pray. I guess that's what kind of comes into my mind. You put your hands together, don't you?
Yeah. So what about how loud the prayers should get? I mean, prayers, when you think of prayers, do you think of them as being loud or, gentle, quiet praying or?
I think they're quiet, just
Mhm.
quiet prayers, just like, or sometimes there's songs, music, and you're just kind of like singing in harmony with others.
Right.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
Breacher, it's not an echo chamber. I'm just introducing the conversation. Okay. Not an echo chamber. But anyway, so Lemon Seals, listen, this is what nets this guy all his money.
Right now, right now, right now, right now, right now, right now, right now. Anyone who is thinking in financial difficulty, anyone who is thinking in sin and guilt, anyone that is thinking with addiction, anyone that is thinking in any area of your life, by the power of God's mercy, let the hand of the Lord lift you out. Let the hand of the Lord lift you out. Let the hand of the Lord lift you out. You can live at that corner. He said, I will arise. I will have mercy upon Zion for the time to remember her. Yeah. That's the time has come by the power of God's mercy.
Can I ask him a favor? If I was there,
This
if
was
I was there,
17 hours ago. And do you know how many views?
how long ago was that posted?
17 hours ago. Have a guess. Sort of.
I'm gonna say, I'm gonna have a guess and a crazy number. I'm gonna say 13 million.
Okay, that's a bit much. No, it's 610,000. 610,000.
That is incredible. That's actually incredible.
So that goes to show that a lot of people tune into this. This is it just goes on and on. I mean,
Mother and child, you are having heart problem at the same time. If you are the one putting it on the live stream, the devil is a liar. Let it be reversed. Let it be reversed. Let it be reversed. He's your cytosis. If you are the one putting it on the live stream, the devil is a liar. I announce, let it be reversed. Let it be reversed. One narrow hypoplasia. If you are the one putting it on the live stream, the devil is a liar. I announce, let it be reversed. Let it be reversed. Let it be reversed. Papillary carcinoma. The devil is a liar. Let it be reversed. Brain cancer. Brain cancer. The devil is a liar. I announce, let it be reversed. Let it be reversed.
So you just said brain cancer. So what he expects the people listening to do is to type it on the live stream. Yes, I'm the one with the brain cancer.
Right.
God then finds them and heals them of brain cancer.
Oh, right. Because obviously God doesn't know that somebody has brain cancer because he isn't all knowing, clearly.
No, God is the one whispering it into his ears. God is telling him the people he's about to heal. Right? God is saying to him, tell the people with brain cancer to put it on the live stream. I'm coming for them. I'm coming to heal them.
And then the ones that have ovarian cancer, the ones with ovarian cancer, if it's not mentioned, then the God's not going to heal them, basically.
Well, this is the thing, right? So if God knows someone has that already, because he's the all-knowing, so he already knows that someone has that, why would he then need someone to preach or need somebody to heal when he could just do it himself? Or is he not already the all-powerful?
Well, let's ask the gentleman Breacher. Hello, Breacher.
Hello.
Hello. You were asking if this is an echo chamber. Of course not. Are you a believer in God? Are you where?
I believe in my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
Sorry, say that again.
I'm a believer in my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
Your Lord and Savior.
Yes, the Lord and Savior.
Have you been saved, or you're going to be saved by him?
Yeah, what do you mean by that question?
Lord and
So
Savior.
have you been saved, or are you waiting to be saved?
Yes. Have you been saved yet? Or is it a future thing? Is he going to save you later on?
Okay, so when I said my Lord and Savior, I was referring from saving me from the sin that I was born in, my sinful nature.
He's saved from his sinful nature, not from the sins that he's committing. That's what he's saying.
He still has a sinful nature. You still have a sinful nature. So, how has he healed you from your sinful nature and you still have the sinful nature?
Number one, I said save, not heal. And secondly, now I have the Spirit, and the Bible tells us not to walk after the flesh, which is a sinful nature, but to walk after the Spirit, so you don't fulfill the lust thereof. I know the Bible tells us that the carnal mind can't understand spiritual things. It's not subject to the law of God, neither can it be.
What is a carnal mind? What is that? What's a carnal mind? Hello, Zod. Thank you, Frankie. What is a carnal mind?
Carnal mind is a mind that thinks about everything other than things of God.
Sorry, I didn't hear because of the Thank you, guys. What a carnal mind is what?
A carnal mind is a mind that thinks about everything except for the things of God, things that are perverted, things that are evil, things that are dark, things that are cruel. Yeah, that's the carnal mind. In other words, the carnal mind wouldn't in and of itself conclude that you'd have to forgive those that despitefully use you. The carnal mind would say, no, I'm going to get revenge on someone who did me something, where a spiritual mind or someone who has the Spirit would say, okay, we have to forgive.
So that means
surely a sinner has a carnal mind as well, isn't it?
No, but Breacher has a carnal mind as well.
Exactly. Yeah.
Breacher has a carnal mind. Because there is no way that your mind is 24/7 thinking about the things of God. The times when you are sinning, Breacher, you are not thinking about God. The time when you are lusting, you're not preaching about God, right? If you're looking at porn, the time you're doing that, you are not thinking about God. So I don't know what you mean. You got a carnal mind as well.
Oh my God, yeah. So you feed those things. If you watch corn, if you do all those things, those are when you're feeding the flesh. Those are when you are choosing to focus your mind on things that are ungodly. When you focus on your mind on things that are godly, your mind is no longer carnal. Even if you're going to say somebody or me is not thinking about God 24/7, sure. How does that then equate to that my entire mind is then carnal?
Are you able to think ungodly things 24 hours of the day, 7 days a week, in any given week? Are you able to think on the things of God?
Yeah, my mind is now transformed, so my thoughts is things that would be of God. But in the sense that you're asking the question, which I'm going to help your argument. In the way that you're asking the question, no, how does that then equate to have a carnal mind?
Unless you are a dishonest person, there will be times when you are not thinking about God. When you are thinking about other things other than God. You're thinking about...
Yes, does that have a carnal mind?
Yeah, absolutely. If you're not thinking about God, yes.
Okay, so let me explain.
Richard, the times when you are sinning, of course, that's you having a carnal mind. And you probably, went through your carnality again today, walking with your carnal mind today.
Okay, so you're conflating a few things, okay? There are no doubt people who are struggling with the flesh or whatever the case may be. What that tells me is that their mind is not totally just absent on the things of God. Whereas, for example, as someone who's not godly, can do something quote unquote wrong, go to bed and sleep like a baby. Someone who has Christ within them or wants to transform their mind, like the Bible says, will do something wrong and then feel convicted about it, but they can't sleep. That's because they have God within them, right? So there's a difference. One do something wrong, sleep like a baby, no conviction. One who's trying to transform their mind, have the Spirit of God, is not convicted by their actions.
Oh, that I think what you're describing is actually people who don't believe in God, actually. Because when you don't believe in God, when you don't have this cosmic babysitter, cosmic punisher, the cosmic unaliver up there, right? When you're not believing in that God that threatens to do bad things to people, you sleep like a baby. You sleep like a baby. And then, because you don't believe in the God, you cannot sin against the God, right? So you don't even have to think about the God at all. The God is not part of your thoughts. So I think what you were describing is people who don't believe in, right, Vessel? Would you agree?
I agree, Afro. Definitely.
I mean, I sleep better since God became a thing of fiction. Whereas when I was still a Christian, the way God was introduced to me, he was like the one who was just waiting for me to do wrong. And he's there to punish. He's there to, so I mean,
oh yeah, well,
if anything, believers are the ones with the carnal mind.
Okay, hold on. If that's the way God was introduced to you, then man, I'm sorry about that. God is love. I'm hoping you had a real relationship with him yourself.
God is not love.
Okay. No, of course, you're an atheist.
It's very strange that he says he's sorry that is how God was introduced to you. His ancestors got it bad. His ancestors got it terribly bad.
Yeah, they did. I'm sorry for them too. I'm sorry about that.
Right? If it wasn't for your ancestors being stolen from Africa, this religion being forced down their throats, when they refused, having their arms hacked, feet hacked, eyes gouged out, all sorts of manner of torture, you would not know this God. You've just been indoctrinated into this belief system by people who were trying to protect you from the trauma that they experienced.
And also,
okay, hey, I see about 5 minutes down.
Rita, just 1 second. You said something about you're sorry how this God was introduced to us, but that something about a personal relationship. Did I hear you say something about a personal relationship?
Yeah, what I said was, I'm sorry, that's how God was introduced to you, and I hope you had a personal relationship with him to know that that's not how God is.
So you're hoping that I have a personal relationship with the God?
I hope you had one at that time. God was introduced to you.
Do you have a personal relationship with the God?
Oh, sure, yeah. Let's pivot to me. Yes, I do.
Ooh, a personal relationship. Can you tell us how that personal relationship works? Because you cannot see. Okay, so example, I have a personal relationship with Vessel of Dishonor, right? We still saw each other. Vessel of Dishonor, when was the last time we saw each other? Some months ago, right?
December.
Right? So we see each other from time to time. We speak on the phone nearly every day. We do video calls. right? I know what she looks like. She knows my family. I know her family, right? A personal relationship. So tell us about this personal relationship that you have with this being that you cannot see, cannot touch, cannot feel, cannot. Is the personal relationship inside your head?
Well, your first mistake, just like your friend Vessel of Honor, is thinking that you can only have a relationship with something
Vessel
that
of
is tangible.
dishonor, not honor.
Did I say? I was trying to make you sound good. I'm sorry.
No,
That sounds good.
She's good as she is.
Okay, so yeah, it was on the previous live. She told me there's no benefits for a woman to be pregnant, but then her life cut off, and I was getting ready to prove her wrong. But nonetheless, we ain't talking about that. Your first mistake is to thinking that you can only have a relationship to something that is empirical, something that you can touch, see, hear, or smell. That you cannot have a relationship outside of anything that your five senses can cater
So,
to.
Also, if it's a child speaking like that, they say the child has got an imaginary friend.
Exactly. I was about to say the same thing. You beat me to it. You beat me to it.
So
to have a parasocial relationship with something that doesn't exist, right, or that you can't that you can't see, smell, or touch.
Don't say it doesn't exist. That's your paradigm.
It's imaginary.
No, the issue is not that the issue is not that it doesn't exist. No, the issue is how are you able to have a personal relationship with a being that you can't see, you can't hear it, can't touch it, you don't know where it is. You just, that relationship is inside your noggin. It's in here. Personal relationship.
When you ask in the courtroom, they call that ask and answer. Yeah, you've evoked your atheist psychological state, asking me how.
No. Okay, I apologize. I apologize if I have invoked my atheist. Right. So, what I will ask you to do, tell us about your personal relationship with God. Right? In this relationship, who does what in the relationship? Right? How do you both navigate your relationship?
Okay, yeah. So first of all, my personal relationship with Jesus is one that is, first of all, personal. That is within the context of the word. So I recognize that I'm a sinner. Recognize that I am lost without Him. So I repented of my sins. Then I pray to Him, right? And He presses things upon me. He reveals things within His word, right? Things of that nature. He has opened doors for me. Yeah.
So you could say. So you're saying basically you would sin without Christ.
I have sinned without Christ. What?
So why can't you sin? Why can you not sin without Christ?
Sorry. Wait.
Simple question. Why can you not sin without Christ?
I heard something just now. Did you say God opens doors for you?
Absolutely. He has opened many doors. Yeah.
There might be sensors, but
what do you mean opened doors? Like when you get in your car, does He open your door? Does He open the door to your bedroom? What do you mean?
God sounds like a gentleman.
I think so. Pulls out a chair as well.
You mean open doors when you get in your car as you open your door.
Sure. Okay, thank you, Siri. Okay, so wait. God opens doors for you. Please tell us more. Oh, wow. I need me a personal door opener. Hello. Since Fasil will not do it for me, I might as well get me my own door opener.
I want the door. I want the door to open to the bank. That's what I want.
Listen.
Just open the door, please.
Okay, so man, is either being an atheist has made you guys very, let me be nice, in your very not genuine in your way of thinking, or maybe it's me when I say open door. There's no way I could have not been anything other than a physical door. Maybe I got to work on my communication there. Oh yeah, because if you all thought a physical door of a car, house, door of a bank, maybe I gotta work on my communication. But yeah, no, I wasn't talking about physical doors. I thought maybe you could have gotten that. Yeah.
What were you talking about? What sort of doors is he opening for you?
He's basically speaking Christianese and assuming that we understand Christianese. We don't.
Well, if he's not opening physical doors,
Okay, let me speak Atheist then. What I'm talking about is God. Yeah.
spiritual doors.
Okay, so let me speak atheist. Okay, I'm talking about how God has given me opportunities, provided for me.
Speak logic. Atheists speak logic. That's the language we speak.
Oh, how do you speak logic without God? That makes no sense.
Well, okay, easy. Speak to us like we're a 5-year-old. Go for it.
How do you ground your
explain
logic
to
without
us.
God?
Well, you mean
Explain to us.
your imaginary friend?
No, yeah, how do you ground logics without God?
Which God? Your imaginary friend?
Oh, sure, that's just your psychological state. You're an atheist. How do you ground logic without God?
That's
What
Jerry.
God? What is God?
That's Jerry.
Yeah, all powerful being that made everything.
Everything? Are you sure about that?
I don't think so.
Everything.
Are you sure you want to be questioned on that?
No, lemon seals. Lemon seals.
I'm
You know the
looking for
bacteria,
a
the
coherent
bacteria that
response.
makes people get sick. That's
He
that's what
created
the God created. You know, the toe fungus,
Ooh.
right?
The cancer.
The skin. You know the skin. What do they call it? Chicken pox. That's what the God created.
Oh, it's on NZ88. If you want to join, it's on TikTok. Just look for the Afro Atheist. Same name as
The interest is obviously if he's the creator of everything, and he is obviously saying that he is Christian, this preacher. So he's saying he's Christian, he believes God created everything, but doesn't believe in God being evil. How could God create everything but not evil? How? Is that even possible? Because then that's a contradiction on its own, because you can't create everything and not evil.
Okay. My atheist friend, I need you guys to orient yourself. You guys are all fragmented all over the place in this conversation.
No, just answer the question. It's fine. Just answer the question. It's fine.
We were talking about having a relationship with your paradigm.
Let's not move away from the relationship.
That's right.
Let's not move away from the relationship. I want to know how they have a relationship.
Yeah, sure. So first, I want to establish that you can have a relationship with something that is not empirical. You don't believe that?
No. Tell us how you have a relationship with God.
Oh yeah, I started. I told you. I pray. I read the scripture. God revealed things to me. God has provided for me. God has gave me even jobs that I've not on paper qualified for. But I prayed about it. Let me finish and then you'll ask, right? Let me at least finish. Yeah, I'm talking about you look at the job qualification, you look at my resume, doesn't match up. Pray about it. Despite that, God has given me favor. And if you knew my story, knew where I work, you'd be like, there's no way you should be working here. But nonetheless,
you have taken gifts. Sorry, can I ask? I just want to interject. So you have taken gifts, even though you're not qualified for, meaning that things are at risk.
Gifts.
So you're taking risks. So you've taken gifts for things that you are not qualified for.
That's not.
What do you mean gifts?
I can imagine that.
You just said that God gifted you
people that were qualified for that
you were not
job.
qualified for.
Oh yeah. You're right. It's not fair. Yeah, you're right. 100%.
So if people, how is this?
It's favor.
How is this a good thing? God is taking jobs away from qualified people.
Yeah, it's favor.
So taking jobs you're not qualified for is sinful.
Who is not?
And number one, I don't.
So you are sinful.
Number one, I don't take.
That's putting the general public at risk.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So wait.
If you're not qualified to do a job, then you're risking the health and safety of everyone around you.
Taking things you're not qualified for is sinful.
Okay, number one, you keep saying taking like it was there and I took it, and number two, it was given to me, and number three, hold on, my atheist eager friend.
Well, how does Richard, how does God give you a job that you applied for? You saw the job on whatever place, sat down, wrote the application, sent it in. They saw your application, I don't know, made one or two decisions and decided to let you know you got the job. At what point did God give you the job?
Oh yeah, when I got the offer letter.
Yeah,
What
but
are you asking me?
link it
I
to
don't
God.
understand your
God
question.
sent you the offer letter.
like-
God sent you the offer letter or the company?
I would like you to link this job thing to God. Where does God step in?
Okay, I need you guys to follow a linear thought progression here. I am telling you.
Unfortunately,
if you look,
incapable of
it won't happen if you keep interrupting me.
All right.
What I'm telling you is that
we
there's
can
a
only do critical
description.
thinking.
Okay, tell us how God gave you the
There is
job.
Afro, we have Otto. Maybe Otto is a Christian.
Otto, are you a
Oh my
Christian?
God, you guys are.
Just hold on, Richard. Don't worry. I'll let you speak. Otto?
Yes, I'm a Christian.
Okay. All right. Please just hang on a minute. Hey, Raskilo. All right, Breacher, please tell us how God gave you a job. So this relationship that you have with God gives you jobs. Okay, tell us how God gave you the job.
Man, I don't know why that's so far-fetched. Not just a job, but like I said, provide opportunities, put me in places. So in the particular, as we're talking specifically about a job, what I'm emphasizing is that when you look at the job, when you look at these descriptions, right? And then when you look at my resume, it's not an ideal thing where you would pick me over other candidates, where my resume don't necessarily stand out over other candidates. I'll be the first to admit that. However, am I then just, okay, like the job is to drive a tractor trailer and I need my CDL and I don't have my CDL, I'm going to get the job to drive a tractor trailer? No, that's nonsensical. What I'm emphasizing is that I don't uniquely jump out on page to be the first choice. But nonetheless, upon praying to God and trusting God and believing God, God has caused me to be chosen above others that may have been jumping off the page upon looking at their resume. That's what I'm emphasizing.
Now he's lying. That's
Yeah,
not
I
what
was
you
just
said.
about to say.
Sure.
So
You
when
said
applied for
that
this
you were
job,
not qualified for the job and you were given the job.
I believe
That's
I
what
said
you
uniquely
said.
qualified. But
Right,
No,
okay, can I ask you a
said
question,
you were given a
Breacher?
job that you were not qualified to do. Now you're
I
backtracking.
believe I said I believe I said uniquely qualified. If I didn't, I may
You
have
didn't
misspoke.
say that. You said you were given
okay.
a job that you were not qualified for.
Okay. Again, I believe I said uniquely. If I didn't, because I'm not perfect. If I'm not perfect, I apologize. That's what I mean. I can't take a job of a doctor and I have not gone to medical school. Let's use wisdom here, right? I'm talking about I'm not uniquely qualified for as it compares to others. That's the whole premise of my argument that I'm trying to emphasize here. Yeah, keep cutting
can
me
I
off.
ask a question then? If you're getting jobs that you're not, that you're just getting job offers for through application, are you saying you don't get interviews, or you're doing an application and there's a job offer straight away?
Are you intentionally being obtuse, my guy?
No,
I'm asking you a question because I need to know.
This is
It's a simple question. It's not a difficult question, is it?
Can I just step in and say, look, you must understand, when you believe in this God, right? The way you think, the way you reason is completely different, right? From the rest of us who don't believe in that God. And so many of the things that you claim, they don't make sense to us. And
sure.
We are asking for you to try and make it make sense to us. You understand?
Well, the framework of his question, that particular one, I had a hard time believing it would fall under just, hey, I'm speaking a different language. I said literally, if you look at the description, you look at my resume, which would indicate that the interviewer is looking at my resume and the interviewer is calling me for an interview. How
is God giving you the job? How did God give you? Right, guys, he said God gave him a job. He's in a personal relationship with God. When asked how he's in a personal relationship with God, instead of telling us about the relationship, tell us who does what in the relationship, right? Is it a 50-50 relationship? Is it a 20?
So now
who does what? No, now we're hearing that the God gives him jobs. So tell us how God gives you jobs.
Oh yeah, awesome. So I'm gonna do a different approach because maybe you didn't understand the first approach. What I'm saying, one of the framework of my relationship with my eternal Father, the creator of heaven and earth, who tells me that he loves me, who tells me that favor isn't fear, tells me that there's benefits for having a relationship with him, is that I then apply for a job where I am not uniquely qualified for as it compares to others, right? So upon a interviewer who wants the best, quote unquote, for the establishment, comparing my resume to other resume, my resume wouldn't in and of itself jump out and say, okay, I'm going to go with Breacher. But because God has given me favor, God has caused me to be chosen.
You applied for a job that you're qualified
okay, can I
to
finish?
do.
Can I at least finish?
You
I didn't
applied
say
for a
that.
job you're qualified
I
to
did not
do. I
say
mean,
that.
come on.
Never said that. I said never said that. Never said that. Okay, let me finish. I'm gonna say it again. Yeah, uniquely qualified for, right? God has make it so that He has given me favor where I am chosen over others who are more uniquely, this vessel, this honor, this is for you, who is more uniquely qualified than I am.
He's a chosen.
Yeah, he's a chosen for sure.
But
sure, you can call me that.
Breacher, in the things that you have said, thank you, Kendall. The things that you've said so far, I'm still waiting to hear how God gave you that job. God, listen.
I just demonstrated it to you.
No,
you didn't really, because obviously that's the application that you went for.
You
In
made
the
an
interview, you must have
application.
done well.
You said
So you've interviewed well. That's not God. That's not an act of God, is it?
Exactly.
That's you going to the interview, and that's you interviewing well, and that is your application and the job and the company going, oh, this guy is a stand-up guy, and he will do the job well, or he will be, easy to train.
Yeah, that was good.
They're not going to give you. They're not going to give you a job.
So now you're trying
because
to
God.
rationalize it everything other than God. I'm letting you know that
It's not
did
because
God
of
pick
God.
up your
matter.
CV and go and hand it to the HR?
Matter.
Did your God whisper into the HR's ears to tell them to accept your CV? What role did your God play in all of this?
God moved upon the HR person to give me. Yeah,
And
God
also,
moved upon the HR person.
Guys,
But
just one second, Breacher. Breacher, please, just give me a second. So, guys, this man, right? There are claims that miracles happen whenever he's praying online, right? People talk about being healed from HIV. They talk about kids being healed from autism. Very impossible things. But at no point,
thank you, Kendall.
At no point can they link whatever miracle they get to the God. God and you. God saving you. Oh, I had syphilis last week. Jerry Eze prayed for me. I no longer had syphilis. How is it God that healed you? What is the link between? Do you understand? Because I don't understand.
I could tell you the link. I
don't understand. Let me just finish. I don't understand how the God watched you catch syphilis. Your God couldn't tell you beforehand, hey, they want, that's dangerous territory, that dick over there, or that, punani, God could have, but no, He watched you do it, watched you catch it, and now it just makes no sense. So I'm trying to figure out, how do they link the things that they claim God did for them? How do you link it to God? So this is the question. God gave.
So God should have stopped you from sinning in order to not catch syphilis, right? Is that your argument?
No.
Well, God watches you catch the syphilis and then waits for you to pray for Him to heal you of the syphilis.
So He should have stopped you, intervene on what you wanted to do.
Yes, why not?
It's not intervene. It's called prevention. Prevention is better than cure. That's what it is.
Okay.
He already knows that okay. I'm going to go by what you guys are saying. Okay. He also wants to stop you from lying. Okay. He wants you to stop you from lying. So he's going to stop you from lying, right? Shut your mouth up. I don't know, because you know
Sure.
God.
Sure.
Yeah. So how consistent are you guys here, right? He doesn't want
I'm
you to
quite
lie.
consistent, I would say.
Yeah. So he doesn't want you to tell white lies. He doesn't want you to steal, even if it's on paper,
That's
right?
right.
Steal
Of
time
course he
at
doesn't.
work. So he's gonna freeze up your body so you don't do these things that you want to do. Okay.
That's right.
Sure. Literally,
Oh,
that's the
sure.
job of the Holy Spirit inside of you.
Of course, because you know, he already knows this would happen anyway. So why would he punish you? Because obviously he's the all-knowing. He's not going to punish you. He's not going to punish. Well, look at it this way: if he knows that something's going to happen and punishes you anyway, he is not a kind God. He is a cruel God.
He is a cruel God. Anyway, let's speak to
How?
Breacher. Maybe when you're in a much quieter place, because I have really struggled while you've been on your drive, right? So let's speak to Otto. Otto is a Christian. Otto, you're hearing the conversation, I'm sure. Otto, have you ever received a miracle from God before?
Yes.
Okay. What sort of miracle did you receive?
Come again.
What sort of miracle did you receive from God? Give us an example of a miracle that you received from God.
Okay. I was on a bicycle, and I got to a place that there was this traffic light, and then before I realized, a tipper truck has crossed the traffic light, but I was supposed to hit the tipper truck. How I managed to enter the tipper truck to the other side was a miracle. Nothing can explain it. And it was a miracle that I was saved by my God.
Wait, so explain that again. Sorry, I've just...
Hold on, please, Lemon. Was your bicycle lifted up off the ground?
I don't know. I can't explain.
So why do you assume? Why do you assume that it is your God? Why do you assume that it is your God that saved you when you don't even know how you ended up on the other side?
So it's not my God. Is it you that came to save me? I believe in God. And then
no, I'm asking you, that God that you believe in, you found yourself on the other side.
I believe.
Why do you think that it is your God that saved you?
I believe
for whatever
my
God you believe in.
Yes, I believe my God saves.
Okay.
How did that God save you? Put you on the other side of the tipper truck?
Yes, I said that I was about to hit the tipper truck. Yes. Hello.
Right now.
Yes.
I want you to believe that I am Elon Musk.
As do I.
I am Elon Musk's daughter. Please, can you believe that?
I'm pretty sure he was on the bicycle.
Oh, come on, we're having a conversation. Also,
I want to believe that. I should believe that.
You are Elon Musk. In fact, no, let me not do Elon Musk. Don't like the guy. Let's see. Bill Gates and Bill Gates' daughter.
Are you asking me if I can believe that?
Yeah, I want you to believe it.
Believing that you are Biggest daughter depends on a lot of things.
Oh. Okay, tell me what sort of things.
Foolish requests.
You should. There are so many things that you should prove physically.
Thank you. All right.
That you are Biggest daughter.
Like what? What would you like?
Do you bear his name? Do you have a relationship with him? What kind of relationship do you have with him?
Do I have any pictures?
All these things, putting all these things together, will help me to know. Do you have a photograph with him? Probably in the house you were eating with him and stuff. Will help us to.
My friend, why are you even answering that? That's foolish. That's like your child says.
Richard, no. Richard, no. We're having a
foolish
conversation.
question.
Dude, stop muting me. I wasn't speaking.
We're having a conversation with.
I think it should be one after the other.
Thank you, Zod. Thank you. Anyway,
Let's speak after him.
so as we were saying, right. So now I told you to believe in something. You see how you need all these other evidences before you can believe, right?
Yes.
So now you told us that you believe that God saved you from this bicycle incident. Yeah.
Okay.
Now there are several things you would have to prove to us for us to accept that it was God that did it for you.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That is a miracle. I don't know any physical thing that can do that. I don't have any explanation of any physical thing that can do that. Don't have any explanation of any physical involvement that can do that. I said that thing that happened is a miracle, and I attribute it to my God.
Can we also attribute it to Satan?
That is you. If you want to attribute it to Satan, that is you. But I attribute it to my God.
Did God come down and save you? Or?
How God did it, I don't know. That is why we call it miracle.
No. You cannot attribute it to God because you don't know what God did. You didn't see God doing anything.
Anything you see something, that is why we call it miracle. Miracle is something that is beyond imagination. Miracle is something.
Sir.
What is miracle?
I don't believe in miracles. I don't believe in miracles.
Fine, you don't believe in miracle, but I do.
But
the fact that you don't believe in miracle doesn't mean miracle doesn't exist.
Okay.
But you said you didn't see it. So how can you know that God did it?
But I was saved.
How does one prove
and I am a testimony to it. And nothing can change me. I saw it happening. I saw that I was delivered. I can't explain how whether I penetrated the track to the other side. I don't know.
Amen, brother. How do you know that it is God who did that? It's a belief. You are basing your facts over a belief that you were programmed when you were young as a baby and you growed with that program. How do you know that it's God who did that? How do you know?
And I'm saying that I don't have to know. That is why I said it's a miracle. Unless you tell me that you are the one that came to save me that day, or you are the one that pulled me, caused me to penetrate that trap to the other side.
He keeps saying it.
If you are not the one, I'm attributing it to my God.
Penetrate is not just sexual, guys. You guys immature.
I know that. I'm just
who
saying.
said? Excuse me. Who said anything at all about anything being sexual? Who said anything about it?
Nobody said it.
Who said anything about penetrated being sexual? I demonstrated penetration. Get your head out
That's
of
non-verbal communication.
Get your head out of the mud. Get your head out.
That's non-verbal communication.
Get your head out of the mud. That can mean anything.
Take your own advice.
Penetration.
That's not non-verbal communication right there?
So what is this?
Penetration.
There you go. See what hello.
And I'm saying
and that's not sexual? That's not a sexual gesture? Well, let's see how honest this atheist is.
Where do you live? Thank you. Life with Kel says you've got a carnal mind. See now? See?
Wait. So just to be clear, that's not a sexual gesture?
Your carnality.
Yes or no?
I'm using my hands.
Is that a sexual gesture?
No, I'm using my hands.
It's not? It's not a sexual gesture?
No, it's not. No, it's
You guys are so disingenuous. Oh my God. Hey, Olga, man, God saved you. You don't have to explain to these They keep muting me because they can't handle me. It's fine.
What I was gonna say also, look, someone who believes in Zeus will say that it was Zeus that saved them. Someone who believes in Adonai will say it was Adonai who saved them. The one who believes in Allah will say Allah is the one that saved them, right? So which God saved you also? Is it you say you're a Christian, right?
Yes, I'm a Christian.
So what is the name of your own God?
The name of my God. Are you asking me the name of my God? Hello?
Yes.
The name of my God, I'm a Christian. So if you ask me if I'm a Christian,
yes,
and you're still asking me, it's like asking me if I am a Muslim, and Muslim, and you're asking.
What is your name of the name of your God?
I mean, when you call God, what do you call him?
I call him Father.
He doesn't have a name.
I call him Father. I have personal relationship with him, father-son relationship.
Isn't the God of Christianity Jehovah Yahweh? Isn't God of Christianity Jehovah Yahweh? And what again? Yeah, I know those.
Father. The name.
Okay.
I call him Father.
Father is not a name. A father is a position, is a title.
But a title can also be a name sometimes.
It could be, actually, to be fair. But with God, wait, hold on. So whenever you're praying to this God, you call him. Okay,
I call him Father.
It's okay. So how did you determine that Father was the one that saved you?
He is my God. He protects me.
How
Anything that happens to me that is miraculous, I attribute to him. Until I'm able to until someone is able to prove to me that your God didn't save you, but I'm the one that came to save you, then I will believe you.
You said he protects you. How does he do? Does he surround you with AK-47s and
when we talk about protection,
machine guns, or what do you mean he protects you?
When we talk about protection, it's not only AK-47 that protects. We have so many types of protection.
Okay, tell us.
AK-47 is another type of protection.
What sort of protection does your God provide you?
Okay. My God protects me from so many things. One is what I just said. He delivers me from danger, evil, people with with evil intentions. So many people with evil intentions that my God protects me, delivers me from them, from their plans, from their evil plans. That it
So was this truck the devil?
materialize.
Was this truck the devil that he saved you from?
Come again?
The truck that was that you penetrated, was that the devil?
What the truck
so he saved
I
you.
penetrated.
He saved you from.
Are you asking me that whether it's from the devil?
I'm asking if the truck is from the devil. Yeah.
I don't know. The only thing I know is I was saved by a miracle.
You know what fascinates me about Christianity? Can I just say this?
We need to.
I'm young, but
wait, Prof, 1 second. You see, guys, you know, it seems like we're just going on and on and on. The people who believe in God, they cannot prove anything. They can't prove any of these things. It's in here. It's all in here. But unfortunately, some people are making money off what's in here. They've made you, someone like this guy now, will make you believe that when you come along and join on the prayer, the God he is praying to is healing you. But nobody can prove that there is a God healing people of gonorrhea, syphilis, and all the whatever things that God. And at some point, we need to be asking ourselves these questions.
Right. And when you said that, what you've just said is hit the nail on the head. Because when he said that God saved him and that is why he believes in God, I will give him his respect because he's not asked me to believe in God. He's just said that's why he believes in God. Right. So I will give him respect on that. He's not asked me to believe in God because that happened to him. He's just saying that he believes in God because of that. So at the end of the day, I will say that, you know, that's up to him. But if he was to turn around and say to me, well, that is proof, you've got to show me that proof. I didn't see you go through the truck, penetrate the truck. I didn't see you penetrate the truck like ET or fly over it like ET. I didn't see that.
Don't say the word penetrate anymore, please.
Okay. I'm just...
Okay. So let's see. Hello, Aziz. Good to see you, Aziz.
Hello, Mama. Good morning or good midnight.
How are you?
How are you doing? Vessel of Liberty, how you doing?
Aziz. Hey, Amadioha. Nice to see you at this time of the night.
They don't give you a new name. They say you're a vessel of liberty.
Oh, well. Every day, na new version. Chisa, normally you need to request, please.
Okay. Griselda wanted to ask a question. Griselda.
Yes. Good morning, Mama. Good morning to everybody.
Hello.
Yeah, depending where you are. I have a question. So I used to be a Christian. I also used to be a Muslim. And at a point, if you look at my profile picture, you notice my coverage. So at a point, I gained an insight and I said, why would I be doing ablution every time I want to talk to a certain God? Why would I wash my face?
Were you a Muslim?
I was. I just left not quite long. So why will I be washing my face? Why will I be nodding my head? So one day I just take my Quran and I dropped it somewhere. I got to the parlor. I said, I'm not doing this shit any longer. No. And I also have stopped going to church. When I gained an insight, now.
Before you continue, please, let me give you one of these. I don't usually use any of these things, but congratulations.
Thank you.
It's a big deal. What you
did. It is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Please continue.
So because I really wanted to embrace spirituality, I wanted to understand different energies coming towards me, because I once attended Lighthouse, energies, vibration, frequency, and so many things were just revolving. I said, let me just go into Islam to also know how it looks like. So I was there, I kept doing ablution, I kept going to the mosque. In fact, they would not want you to be single. They kept trying to match me up. I said, no, I just want to feel the presence of God this way. Let me feel God. So at a point, I felt doing ablution before talking to God is not necessary. After that season, I got into a different phase where I start seeing myself as a God.
Griselda, if you don't mind, I don't know, what is ablution? I hear them saying this. What is ablution? Is it the prayer?
Ablution is keeping yourself clean before talking to God. So if you don't wash your face, wash your nose, wash your mouth, wash your hand, wash your leg, then if you're a man, wash your thing, your private parts, then you are unclean.
Wash your thing before you speak to God?
Yeah, so you will be unclean, and it is perceived that the prayers will not be answered. Okay, and so it's a process. It's a normal way of life. So I kept.
Sorry, Griselda. For the ladies, the ladies, do they have to wash their wickles?
So okay, so for the ladies, you wash your face, wash your nose, wash your ear, back of your ear, wash your hand, wash your ankle, wash your, then if you, yes, you will do that. So if you have sex, you will wash yourself. It's not like you will not sex, you will clean yourself up before praying. You can't just pray that way. So how a woman washes that her private part is if she had sex with somebody, sex is not sin. It's not regarded as sin. So you can actually do it, but just keep yourself clean and communicate. Do you get? So I kept doing ablution. Sometimes you take purity bath. Purity bath is the one that you have to wash the total of your body from your head to your leg, before you now pray to Allah. And one period, people came to my house during the Ramadan season last year. People ate. So after that period, I said, why will I, each time I want to pray, I'll be nodding my head like I'm tired. Not like I tired. I last at a point I saw myself differently. Like a different phase of me now came. A different phase of me. What is the phase of me that came? I started communicating with water. So I start saying like, so I have power. I have power. I start feeling and knowing that I have power. So when I got to that stage, I stopped praying. I stopped bowing down my head. I stopped hitting my head on the ground. I noticed I have power within me. Then I would go to the river, and I would just stay and talk to water, and I feel water listens to me. Then when I'll call my family people, let's do some deliverance in the village, and call my ancestors that are dead. I say we have the power to talk to them. We don't need to pray to any God. It got to that stage. After that phase, I now got to a realization that I am God myself. Why do I need to pray to who? Who am I praying to? I start communicating to the universe. I now saw myself like me operating as God in human form. Who is God? God dwells in me. Even if you read the Bible, because my dad was a pastor before he died, the Bible will tell you that the kingdom of God dwells within you and God lives in you. So these two alone made me to know that if there is a God somewhere, then I am the God. Then that God lives in me, operating in higher frequency, higher vibration. If there's a devil somewhere, the devil lives in me, operating in lower dimensional.
Why would? Okay, because as much as possible, we need to deconstruct this God character, God and everything that comes along with the God. We need to deconstruct all of it. That I'm just saying. I'm not saying that you should, but I think these are questions to ask. For you to say God lives inside of you and the devil, I don't know. I feel uncomfortable with that. But very quick question for you. Whenever you do this ablution, do you use soap at all?
No, it's pure water, just water.
So what does someone said in the comments that at least someone said in the comments that at least it forces, at least this religion forces good hygiene.
No,
No, I'm just saying, I'm responding.
It can even give you infection because imagine when you.
I'm responding to the person. What good are you when you take that? I've seen them. They take this in the toilet. Eh?
Yes, you can easily have infection.
Some plastic.
Because you don't clean up as a woman. You don't clean up after cleaning that urine. Everything is
lying
wet.
on the floor. You just put water inside it and go and wash it. Yes, then you think that is good. You know what? Sorry, my sister.
So can I continue?
Yes, please. Yeah, but then again, just if you can just round it up so we can.
Okay, so basically what I'm saying, I'm not saying that I see one God somewhere. I have come to a realization that if there is a God anywhere, I am God. That's just my philosophy of life. If there is a devil anywhere, because now I don't see anything to pray to. I don't know how to explain it. I don't see anything to pray to. Okay, if I want this contract, I work towards it and I get it. If I want this supply, if I want this job, I take in some courses, I prepare for it. And when you tell me there's a miracle somewhere, sister, I tell you the truth. If someone does not prepare, even if you don't prepare to meet somebody, no God is coming from anywhere to give you that miracle. This Pastor Izzy that you kept his picture, I know somebody that's worshiping his church. Yeah, she's into contract, she's makes money. They all sleep each other, they do certain things. If you don't meet those criteria, there's no miracle that comes to meet you anywhere. The man that said he escaped from accident, the other trailer or tipper diverted. What I'm saying is, if safety procedures are not kept in place, we will have accident and things will go wrong. So it's not like miracle. If he says a miracle, he should just take his car and drive to the road, drive recklessly, and he will see the outcome. That's the point I'm making. There is God, you believe, but for me, I see myself as universe. I'm the universe operating in human form. That's me.
I mean, you do something. It's okay. When we start deconstructing, we all just find our own path. Everyone just finds their own path. So long as you're free from that religion that treats women like they're nothing at all.
When you go to the mosque, women are separated where you pray. You can't stay where the men are praying. You can't even ask questions. They can't even talk. It's after the prayer you now go out. In fact, it's women are seen. In fact, at the point, if you say there's a God, then woman is a God. I don't believe there's a man that is a God. Sophia could be the God. I could be the God if there is any God on earth.
Okay.
Yeah, if there is a God, if there is God the Father, God the Son, God the Holy Spirit, I say there should be God the Mother, God the Daughter, and God the, I don't know the spirits, God the Mother Spirit. Because, yeah, that's my philosophy. Right now, in my phase of life, I don't run any communication with any being. I just prepare myself and I speak to myself what I want. Perhaps I look at the mirror and I see myself. I say, Grace, you're God. You're the God on human form. So I work towards my goals. That's me.
All right. It's a pleasure. Does anyone have any questions for her or anyone want to say anything?
I want to say something here.
Yeah, go on, Prof.
The thing of religion, taking women as nothing, yes, she's right there. Because I feel the religion itself fears the power of femininity. Men created the Bible and then again went against the power of women. Sophia is the feminine woman, the controller of the God who's controlling this planet, who is aka Jusa, who's forcing people to pray him. How are you a God?
Thank you. I'm just observing you. Thank you. Thank you for saying. Thank you for saying this. Thank you. Thank you for saying this.
How are you a God who created people, but even their genes can't pray you? You are forcing them to pray you, and if they don't pray you, you abuse them. That is not a form of control as a God. You are not a God, a forgiving God. You have pride and you classify yourself. I consider that as evil because we are told that if the Bible says in their Bible, I'm not a religious person. In their Bible, they tell us that God sent Satan right on earth. So we found Satan here. If it means we found Satan here, already Satan had his kingdom here. Obviously, that Bible must be his. Obviously, even in the Bible, on their Bible, they consider that Eve was the one who illuminated Adam. For Adam to be thrown out of Garden of Eden with Eve, it shows that Eve was had a feminine energy which illuminated Adam to see what God did not want Adam to see. That means Eve is a goddess. She's a feminine energy. She's the illuminator. So man acts over pride, and I don't believe in the thing of ribs. How can a woman who creates a man?
Prof, we don't believe those stories to be true.
I'm just saying, I'm not believing in them too. I'm just saying the way they are. Yeah, I am not religious. I will never be.
Okay.
I'm just saying the way, like the way they are against the feminine, because I believe the man who wrote that book, that propaganda, is a man who's against feminine energy. He knows about completion of a feminine because even masculine has a feminine energy. 9, a number of divine. So they know very well about that.
Sorry, guys.
I just want to further his
I'm
point.
not understanding all these things. Masculine has a feminine energy too. I don't understand these things. Sorry.
I just wanted to further his point and say, like, what he's saying there is right. What he's basically saying is right. And, like, people, it can't be right that if you don't support the religion that you were punished by other people that do believe. So basically, back in the day, people were punished and I don't want to use non-TikTok language when I say this, but they were punished and tortured for not believing in the religion. How is that the act of God? How is that an act of God to do that?
I can answer that question if it's a question.
Are you asking a question?
No, I'm just putting it out there. I'm just putting it out there. I'm not asking a question. I'm just putting it out there.
Okay.
And again, I am attracted by. I was taken to this live because of that picture there. If anyone can explain about that picture, because I have a lot about that picture. One there.
Do you know who is in the picture?
Madam, please let me just ask my question so I can ramp up.
All right,
so
please ask your question. Okay.
Yeah, let me just ramp up. Thank you, everybody, for
thank you for coming up. Yes, I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you. I have a question, but before that question, I just want to stress maybe 60 seconds on Yoldabar. Yoldabar is the Elohim, who is the creator God, believed by Christians. However, they do not know his name. But his name is Yoldabar, and Sophia is the mother. This could be fallacy, it could be story.
Sorry. How do you spell that? Did you say no? You say Yoldabar?
Yoldabar, yeah.
I've never heard this before. Vessel of the Son of God. Have you heard this one before?
Never.
That's the name of the creator God.
Christians never fail to amaze me. Every single day, I learn something new.
Yoldabar. Please, can you spell it? Yeah, spell it.
Yeah, that's the name of the Elohim.
Please spell it for me so I can go and check it out. Yoldabar.
Y-U-L.
Are you talking about Beelzebub?
D-E B-A-R-T-H.
R-T-H. Yoldabar. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm correct in the spelling, but I think while typing there could be corrections.
The wife is who? The lady is who?
The mom is Sophia. The mom is Sophia.
How is he the creator God and he has a mother?
Yes, now there's a story behind it, and what I'm telling you, it was okay. I was not there, and how did I know about this? The creator is a lady, a woman, is a feminine energy, Sophia, who created the Elohim. The Elohim is the God the Christians are worshiping, and that God is a jealous God. You cannot say, thou shalt not worship any other person beside me. If I'm dating you, if you're a man, if you say, Grace, don't date anybody, it's because you're scared. You know that the power you have, these other people have. Well, but I'm not even, I don't want to go there. I don't want to take people's time. But let me just ask this question. I don't want to take people's time. If I go into that aspect, I'll be drawn to say a whole lot. Let me ask my question so you can pull me down for other people to say theirs. My question is this. I'm not forcing anybody into religion, or I'm not forcing anybody to be me who is out of the religion, who was there in case I'm out. What I'm saying, as many as that are staying in the religion, I'm asking that they believe that God, the creator God, which is Elohim, which is also Yudaba, created by Sophia, which later had sex with Sophia, the mother, that led to this issue of feminine energy and masculine energy, women being downsided. That God that created and that said, he gave you free will. I'm speaking to the Christians. He gave you free will. Now, free will is when you have liberty to do anything at your choice. No one holds you responsible for anything. He gives you free will. However, he still sent you to earth and kept Satan, that Lucifer, wherever, that was thrown from heaven based on act of jealousy, to torment you. And now said, if you do not keep to his law, he will send you to hell. Free will. Does free will have does free will need to? I don't understand. The question is for the Christian, because I want to
But
understand.
we are not Christians here.
Okay.
We are
Because I know
not
one man
Christians.
was saying Tipa save him, and the other
No,
man that
he has left.
the other man that said he got a job out of merit is a threat. Is a potential risk.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, it's a potential risk. It's a threat. You don't do job that you're not qualified for. You're taking other people's chances that can do the job more better. So it's a potential risk. So that God is a robbing God. It's a God that robs people. That's why it's the
Well,
pastor.
as
So
well, how did he know? How did he know the other people were more qualified than him?
He knows now.
Yeah,
But how did you know that before?
based on his
How did you know that before?
No, he didn't know that the other people were qualified.
He said it.
He knows that he has no reason to be employed, right?
Yeah.
He knows that he doesn't have what it takes. So in his mind, he assumes that there are other people that are better than him. Yeah.
A robbing God produces a robbing pastors. That's what you see ongoing everywhere. A robbing God. A robbing God. If you read the Bible, their Bible very well, you know that the God is a robbing God. He robs people out of. In fact, he robs. He robs.
Yeah.
This man, Solomon, what's his name? Solomon did bets. The God, in fact, he's interested in bets. He had bet with people and said, if you can answer this riddle, I will give you 50 shillings. I don't know their currency or whatever. At the end of the day.
Was it Solomon or that was Samson?
So thank you, Samson. They believe in bet, and God supported bets. That God is a robbing God. At the end of the day, what did he do? The answer, the question he asked them, he knows they cannot answer him. They went and met his wife and threatened the wife. Finally, the wife cajoled him. He gave the wife the answer. They went back to those men. At the end of the what did Solomon did? Samson, because he knows he cannot give them that, he spoke to God, and God allowed him to go and kill 30 men and robbed them of what belongs to them to come and pay off the bet he joined with these people. He killed those people. The same God that the Christians are calling also allowed what's his name, Elijah, to conjure to eat up children.
We know these stories. This is why we are no longer
beg. I don't want to go there.
We know this.
There's this question I'd like to ask Christians.
Who's calling me?
Me.
Well, I'm gonna drop down.
Have you seen this pastor? What's his name? Moses, the founder of what's choosing.
Afro,
You know, he just got married to his third wife, right?
Lazarus Smoker. He has just got married.
Yeah, to another what do you call that?
His name is Monka. something.
Mocha Moses,
Mocha.
right?
Okay,
Uh,
hold
He
on,
yes.
got
hold on,
married to a
hold on,
foreigner.
ladies. Hold on, ladies. Just 1 second. Lemon, you said you were about to drop down.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop down. Thank you for
Okay,
having me.
so we
up,
can bring
otherwise.
up a believer.
Yeah, a
Please.
Christian and stuff.
Thank you so
Okay.
much, Lemon, and it's a pleasure.
Take care. Take care, everyone.
Okay, if
Bye.
you're a believer or a follower of Jerry Eze, please, that box is available for you. Please, let's not bring anyone who is a friendly. Please, we already have enough of us up here. So please, if you're a believer, let me know in the comments. If you want
So he just got married
moderator
to,
power Timoni mo fail.
he just
Okay, mo ti gbọ́.
he just got married to a foreigner, like not really a white person, but a black, American. So my own question is, what is actually
a black American?
Yeah.
Wow.
All his wives are actually black Americans.
Hmm.
Like they're foreigners. Yeah. He does not marry those women that rub themselves on the floor and wearing their e-promo. He does not marry those ones. Yes. And nobody is talking about why all his wives are literally unaliving. And his wife just died unalived, I think it wasn't even up to a year now. He got married.
Really? Now he's married again.
Yeah, he's married again to the third one. I'm like, wow, there's something you guys are not telling me.
Wow.
He uses voodoo, that guy.
I'm telling you, he's not even waiting. He's not waiting. If it's a woman now, they will advise.
Be careful. Be careful when you say things like he uses voodoo.
Not voodoo. Voodoo is our thing. He uses.
That's what many people think.
If you cannot prove voodoo, don't make claims like that, please. Please don't use especially my panel. I beg you. If you say someone uses voodoo, look, the onus is on you to prove.
Okay. So you don't believe in that magic?
No, I don't.
Okay.
No, I don't. Can you,
Madam, please, do we have a community where, because I've not been consistent on TikTok, I've been inconsistent. So is there a community you can build where we can be interacting, like WhatsApp? It must not be only TikTok. Yeah, whenever you're live, we can come in and share our views.
Okay.
So can you build
I think it's Discord. A Discord would be nice. But yeah, I'll have to talk to anyone who can help out with that. Me, I'm not very.
Can you build a community where we can also see those who are like us? We keep adding them, before you know we grow. And because there are people that are like us that are looking for us, they can communicate with.
Yes.
Okay, we have people who are scared to speak out.
I followed you, so don't worry. We will set something up. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
Secondly, what is your mode of what's your mode of belief? Do you have any belief system? Because I want to know if I'm the only one that just don't believe anything any longer. Like it's just me.
I don't have no.
Almost everybody here. They don't have a belief system. Almost everybody here. Everybody here.
So I don't know. So
apart from
people
Prof,
like us that are looking.
I think Prof has
for
a
me,
belief.
For me, there is this. It's not a belief. It's a I don't know. It's a metaphysics or quantum physics that the body itself has those elements that can like transcend you. Not through religion or through anything. The body has a soul.
Why is it that this thing does not do something? Like I've seen a lot of people say it, but I've not been able to, transport myself to the US right now.
No, it involves teleportation.
It only works.
Concentration, yeah. It's a quantum leap.
Obviously, you have to check. You have to go. You have to check the things that we are like oppressed or suppressed over now. You have to check the frequencies that are around us. We are vibrating. We are vibrating over frequencies that we can't even understand. We are under a mandate state now.
Frequency.
Everything is frequency. Even my word, the words that I'm saying to you, speaking to you, are called frequency. I'm speaking frequency. We are sharing frequency.
What do you mean by frequency, if you don't mind?
Your mode of operation.
I don't understand
how you're vibrating.
all this frequency conversation.
right now the earth is evolving. Right now we are all evolving. That's why I said it is good for you to build a community where we can share. We are not into any belief system,
But
we can
that's just geography, Nabi. Is it not
no,
that?
not geography. It is quantum leap. You want to see your future. You want to see what you have.
You are the ones reading meaning to all these things.
No, it is physics. It is physics.
Okay,
What do you
now,
believe in,
can you
even
see
if
for me? Can you see for me?
Yes,
Like what
you
will
can.
happen tomorrow?
You can do it for yourself if you're serious. It is physics.
Oh yeah, and I like to explore new things.
So when
Tell
we
me, how
have
do I
this
do it?
community, we'll bring out our different. It is
No,
not
no,
really.
no, no, no. Hang on. Before the community, tell me what I should do to be able to so I can see what I would do tomorrow.
This one is just easy. Okay, this quantum leap is even easy.
Quantum what?
Your quantum leap.
My lady.
Hang on, I cannot
Operating at
listen to
higher
two people. Let me.
frequency and higher vibration.
Okay, how?
Huh?
How do you mean?
It's okay. You don't think low. You don't think down. You don't also think anything. But you have your feeling is high. You're okay where you are. Like even if you have some issues, you don't see it. So you're vibrating at higher frequency. Imagine you have 100 million. You want to go on a trip. You need like 100 million naira or dollars, but you're acting like you already have it. You're
So you're
lying
trying to tell me
down
to live a
peacefully.
lie or live my dream. Like
You're telling your brain, you're playing
You
tricks
just
on your brain.
feminist. You just have to become delusional.
That's
You see all
just
those
what it
people that
means.
walk around claiming that they are millionaires and they're not.
No, that's
what
not
she's talking
it,
about.
bro.
No, what you're saying is that I should leave. I
Yes,
should
that
leave my
it does sound
mindset.
like madness. You have to
He's
literally
talking about
you
you
literally
don't
have
even
to turn
believe
color.
You don't believe
It must not be money. It must not be money. I'm
Wait,
just using
it's
money
only
as
money I care about now.
It's
Why is
it
that
must not be money.
you guys always shifting this narrative? It must be money.
You can lie down peacefully and imagine that you're in social office, and imagine that you're in front of the door. Imagine yourself, you open the door and you jump into that office. That is quantum leap.
Okay, now when I imagine such, would it happen? That's the whole thing.
Yeah, it happens only when you do not have fear.
That is the thing. I mean, I do not have fear. Naturally, I
It
do not
happens
have
when
it.
you do not have doubt. These two things, doubt and
I don't
fear.
have doubt. I don't have fear.
Can I just add up?
Yes, say something.
She's talking about your pineal gland, which is called in the ancient way that it is the teletransporter of you that you have, that the government and the system and the Bible is against, which is your third eye that takes you everywhere you have to go. And that is where God is located. That is where what we so call our infinite energy, not to call it God.
That's where it dwells.
Infinite soul is located.
Wait, you guys
where
hear
your
me out.
vibration.
You guys hear me out.
Okay.
When I was a kid, I think I was 14. I watched this movie. It's called what do they call this movie? Bureau of Magical Things. So I used to imagine, what if I had magic? What if I could move that cup? I had no doubt. I had no fear. I just believed that I could move the cup. But guess what? The cup didn't move.
Never moved.
It didn't move. And I was a child, so I had nothing. I was pure, man. I was so pure. I had nothing in my head. Just wanted to move that cup. I wanted to teleport. At least let me move from where I am to a supermarket and steal some candies and come back home. It didn't happen. So I don't think it's going to happen now.
Why not? It's your shift, your shift, your energy.
You should go and check on this guy. There are these people who are activating their cells that the science called junk cells. Those cells in your body that are called junk cells, they are the cells that are capable of moving what cannot be moved in the physical, which contains those cells. Yeah, those cells. You can go and search it. They are called junk cells. The science called it junk cells because they know deeply. They took our ancestral connection of copper, gold, and all the crystals that we used to contain our vibration. They took them because they know that black people in melanin has the powers to shake
guys,
all.
can we go back to the topic, please? Because all the stuff people are saying doesn't make sense at all.
Yeah, we need to, because
Can we go back
sense
to
as time goes.
wait, one second.
Thank you.
Let me say this, very important. one day I received a notification from YouTube that I received a strike. And I wondered what was it about? Because I mean, they said for promoting false information on your platform, right? I still have that strike on my YouTube channel. So yeah, things that we can't really put a finger on. I'm very skeptical, right? I mean, it's okay if people want to do that, but yeah, my platform, we need to be able to prove these things. We need to be able to disprove or whatever. I mean, yeah. So just as Vessel said, please let's move on.
We should sometimes maybe engage in how can we take a meditation? We should sometimes travel to that plane.
You
we
and
should,
who?
I've just literally asked that can we stay
No,
on
the
topic, and
meditation
then
is a
you
good
keep
one,
on
or it's
talking
not a
about
bad
this.
one.
what is better about meditation?
Can you
First of
stay
all?
Meditation is
on
very
topic?
good.
We're not. The topic is not about meditation. Chisa, normally, hello.
People can do all those in their own.
Thank you.
No worries.
Are you a Christian, Chisa, normally?
No,
Oh,
Chisa isn't.
He's
No, I'm
not.
not.
Okay.
I'm not a Christian.
All right. You wanted to say something about the topic?
Yes. Fake miracles. Why? Okay. I wanted to say something about the topic and also talk about like the other guy that was talking about his miracles and everything that left. Yes, we need to expose these fake miracles because it destroyed my dad's life and two of my brother's lives. Yes, and they are gone today because of this fake Christianity. The one that paid me the most is the one I also believed in it. I was in fact Yakelome, that's my pastor way back. So we believed so much, and I told my brother, let's go to the hospital. Oh, God is healing me. This was on a Wednesday. Then on a Sunday, I was called because I wasn't at home. I was with my friends. Run home. When I went home, he was dying in front of, he was unalive in front of me. So I took him. So I've had the experience of fake. The same thing with my dad. They told him, oh, my mom wants to unalive you. Christianity is a bane. It's a bane. We don't know. And that's the thing. Africans do not know. You understand? And we tie, and you know what makes it worse? It feeds into selfish people. Oh, because God blesses you. Oh, God will buy you a new shoe, but your neighbor is starving. Does that make any sense? God is blessing me. I have a new Camry, but people are dying in Afghanistan. Does that, you see? So this is why Christianity also thrives, because it also works with our individual selfishness. You won't see. We didn't see it, but as I got older and left those people, those religions and everything, I didn't mean it. It's with our own.
Is it me or what? Chisa, what's up with your mic?
Can you guys hear him? I can't hear him.
Something's wrong with your mic?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, that's better now.
All right. Okay, let me just so I was trying to illustrate that Christianity, in short, the entire Abrahamic religion, it feeds in to your darkest desires, but now plays as a saint. And a lot of Christians, they don't like they lack critical thinking, and they don't want to ask the hard questions. This I discovered by myself. Because right now, I and my sister were not talking because she's still a strong believer. Because I asked her this question. Okay, Jesus said, give Caesar what is Caesar and give God what is God. So who is Caesar? The Roman Empire. Am I correct? Okay. So, okay. Oh, Caesar. Caesar is your, see what she said? Caesar is your government, pay him taxes. Fine. Okay. What was Caesar before he became my government? Our answer was, Caesar is your government, pay your taxes. You see, they don't want to think past that. Who was Caesar? Caesar represents the Roman Empire. The history says that the Roman Empire came to Judea and unalived people for them to become their government. So that means the Bible is telling us to bow down to our oppressor. It's right there. Why would the creator of the universe, of the entire, of all the nebulas, the stars, be telling us to bow down to oppressor. So this is just one example. But that guy really the guy that spoke earlier was talking about how God is blessing him. But all I'm trying to say that Christianity feeds that our selfish. That is why Nigeria is messed up. Look at Nigeria. Look at one guy showed Lekki and showed his name is Scott Guma. So yeah, he's a good activist. He showed Benin Republic as it's so clean. Now showed Lagos, the so-called Ikoyi, the richest, the most expensive place in Africa, so putrid. Because why? But now check this out. There's a Range Rover G-Wagon on that road. But if you go to Benin, to that Benin, you see the normal Toyota. You see, it shows that we are so selfish that we become blind. We just look at our own glory. That's example. But we don't see the disgusting biohazard on the road there because we're inside our G-Wagons. And it's the same thing as Christianity. Oh, my shoe, God bought me, took me. I didn't believe that I got the job. I know nobody, but God is my God. This is what they say every time. And this adds to this fake, because they're busy playing these people. Because the reason why I took my brother to church so that Pastor Chris can raise him, because I believed in those fake miracles we were busy doing in Christ freaking embassy.
Sorry, Chisa, you took your brother to the church for Chris.
Yes, I did. I see when I first took him to the hospital, right? I rushed him, and he was heavy. He's a heavy guy. So I imagine I paid. This was 2011. No, I paid a taxi driver 5,000 naira to wait for me. We took his corpse and we drove to Christ Embassy. And we waited. The people, his friends came and were praying. They were praying. I said, to today, I've never seen Chris Oyakilome. To today. He just dismissed everybody, gave us handkerchief. Imagine. So I told my family, look, let's go and bury this guy. So as we buried it, they didn't even come for his burial. And he was what? He was I didn't even say that. He was even an usher in the church. So if anybody tells me I'm lying, we will bring his picture out, and he's recorded. He was one of the best ushers for 2 years. So he was the worker in the church, and they just abandoned him. After he paid, nobody said, oh, let's go and bury our brother or something. They just closed the case. That should show you it's all a system, it's all business and politics. These guys are freaking deceivers. All of them. This is why we have to expose. This is why I say we need to start a movement to kick, because these things came to Africa and it's destroying us. We need to start a movement and to stop the same way they came with their what's their name? All their fake what they call those white people that came that time. All their missionaries. We need to start creating a conscious system on a border. Look, we have to start re-educating our people. And now we have to be careful of doctrines. We need to understand that we need to start dealing things with critical thinking, not with any metaphysics or spirituality. No. Because the system they used to colonize us and deceive us is all psychology. Everything is psychology. They understood it because you know why? The Western people have been fighting each other for a long time. So they understood warfare. And they all know that they can place this one here, deceive these people to fight each other, and they own the gold. It's not defense, divide and conquer. Then instill manipulative scenarios to constantly manufacture the manipulation for the past 100 years. That is why they had to. That's why they had to stop Timbuktu University. They had to stop it. Do you know how people in school then? Then they now started institutionalizing their own schools. You see, because they want to control the narrative. So these are things that we hit. Because if we keep on looking at metaphysics and this and that, we will miss the point. We need to understand that these guys use sense or not. Simple. It's just sense. We're naive, and this is the same things they're using. These pastors, they are bastards. They know it's not about making money. Look at Pastor Oyakilome coming out there and says that he raised 50 people from the dead. You see, someone like me now has to get up and say, you did. So why didn't you raise my brother?
My brother died, Chisa. My brother died in December. My brother was a member of Christ Embassy for at least over 30 years.
Serious.
Yes. Sorry, it's gonna get emotional for me. And of course, I think about Chris Oyakhilome saying that he raised 50 people from the dead, but they couldn't raise my brother.
This is why we have to call him out.
They couldn't raise my brother. They gave 3,000 pounds towards his funeral. The funeral, the amount. Yeah, they gave.
Oh, they gave you the money, right?
Yeah, they gave.
Yes, they gave my sister 250K. Remember?
Chiza, can you allow her finish, please?
They gave 3,000 pounds, and at my brother's funeral, the pastor, honestly, I still haven't been able to talk about it, but I will one day. The pastor just sounded like he was drunk. It just, everything about that pastor was just out of it. Everyone was just saying, what is going on? Because it was, because they wanted to, they did the service and everything. But yeah, my brother,
Did you guys meet Pastor Chris?
no.
You will never meet him because he's.
We met Pastor. What is the other one? Is it Pastor?
You always meet the other one. One of these men. There's one guy we met one time like that. He has a bald head. I remember.
I've got a picture. Let me see if I can show you.
You will never meet Pastor Chris. Never. Because he's fake.
He's fake. Is it that you guys? That guy was literally convicted or accused of being like a rapist. A rapist, yes. In fact, with solid proof.
Who?
This guy had
Who?
Chris now.
Huh?
Yes, now everybody knows him now. Check his record.
No, now which Chris?
Chris Oyakhilome. He's not Christ Embassy.
Not everybody knows him. The guy has a large congregation.
Is he not the same person you guys are talking about? Is he not Oyakhilome, the Edo man now?
Yes. The guy has...
Now with that singer, they had the lady has left his church now.
Yes, now.
People knows about the story. What she's saying is
That's
true.
His wife.
She brought solid proof. Like, he could not even deny it. Later they will tell me that
his wife for Sinach. After everything,
there's nothing that man did not do. Even his wife, he was even pushing his wife to do body enhancement surgery and all those things. And the woman just couldn't. Just what is this? That man is not a real man of God now.
They are
all not real man of God. All of them.
That's the thing. There is
all
no
of them.
man of God. It's all
the thing is that all of them just get. All of them have
their
tactics, their own tactics. Like E.A. Adeboye has his own. Or what's his name? Oyedipo has his own. Salvation Ministry. All of them. They are the same thing.
Can I say this? I believe this life and why we are here is that we are now critically thinking.
Yes.
But now we have to be serious about critically thinking. Yes. Because there is no man of God. The Bible I've been to Asia, I've been to Europe, where haven't I been to that I've eaten all their food? They have food, yes, but their food is not as complex and as intelligent as ours. And it is not us that knew it, it's our ancestors that taught us that thing.
So, Chiza, sorry. Let me just, I'm going to show just a couple of pictures. It's going to be.
Oh, okay.
Because
all right.
These are private pictures. Yeah, so that's the pastor who preached at his funeral.
Is he the one sitting down?
This guy here. Honestly.
Okay, okay, I think I know him.
It was bizarre.
He's much older now.
It was bizarre. It was, honestly, people were messaging me, what's going on?
he was preaching at my brother's funeral. Next thing he started saying, and the pussycat starts saying meow, meow. I'm like, what the it was terrible. It was terrible.
Is this the assistant pastor or just, what position does he belong to?
He's a pastor. I don't know. I'm just still very obsessed. But let me see if I can find
Okay, yeah, it's full face. And where is this? Is this Nigeria or where is this?
This is in London.
Oh, okay. He might not be the same guy because he was the one that what happened to my brother.
He's one of the main guys with Chris.
Okay.
He's one of the main pastors with Chris. Yeah.
Okay.
You see him.
Where does Chris reside?
I don't know, honestly. That's people really frustrate me. I had people messaging me. They were like, "What's going on?" I said, "I don't know. I don't know. What is this? It's diabolical. No respect at all." And then you should see his car. I'll show you guys. Give me a minute. Let me show you. His reg. No, oh, just terrible. Give me a minute.
Why would he even make his hair like this? Is this not a sin?
No, hair wasn't the issue. It was
Christianity, is a Abrahamic religion has eaten deep into Africans' minds. And
that was his car. MA69. I think it was what was it? I think a Bentley or what?
Prosperity.
Yeah, it was a Bentley. That's a Bentley.
Prosperity. Is that not what he said? He said that a poor man cannot preach the word of God. A poor man cannot be a man of God. Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, something in that nature. Like you see.
No. You don't need to say something in that nature. That is Pastor Chris for you. He would always preach about wealth.
And that's what destroys. That is the thing that has destroyed Nigeria.
I have friends. I have so many friends that the one is the pastor. They are all women, and their grades are so bad in school.
It's not just that everything's working hand in hand to dumb people down. The way we reason, the way we looking for money, your career, my career is all.
You can't see his face. Oh, hold on.
Yeah, it is a happy.
His face. Wait, hold on. Let me see. I don't know. Maybe able to see his face like this.
Someone said Israel looking for soldiers.
Yeah, what?
Someone commented that. Oh God.
They should go and fight. I beg. I don't know how they put it. Like, this action movie, the US action movie, they now send something and they have something that would quench it in the air. Oh, wow. This is the man's face.
He's older now, though. Yeah, because my brother passed in 2011. So I think I remember him. It was the most.
The last Pastor Chris' birthday, where they were coming out with horses. and things. He will say, you see him right there. One of the pastors that was coming out with Chris. Honestly, this man, for 2 days, the first day we had the wake, and the next day, oh my goodness.
Did they tell you that he didn't want to come back?
Oh.
Did they tell you that your brother didn't want to come back?
They didn't even talk about that at all. They didn't.
Oh, they say that?
No,
Yes,
they didn't. Well, they didn't say that to us.
The one of them was telling by the time on that, I think it was on Sunday, yeah, it was Sunday service, yes, because they were praying, nothing happened. So we now went back home with his body, and some of the pastors that went back, we praying. Some of them said, your brother's going to come back. You understand, So that was a coping mechanism to try and
This one, they didn't even make an attempt to see whether I recorded. Wait, hold on, let me see if I recorded.
And probably the reason why they even came to his burial, because he has been around for 30 years.
Yeah.
And maybe he has put some kind of consignment of money. But my bro was an usher, and I think he was with them for about, let's say, 3-4 years. So just quickly abandon the guy.
Honestly, I don't like.
Okay, guys. Yes, I did a little recording because please, just hold on.
All right. Good night.
Lord, for the family, wife and children, siblings, in-laws, uncles and aunties.
Okay, guys, give me a minute. I need to show you guys what's going on here. Please give me a minute because you guys need to see it. And maybe you'll understand why it is I've not watched this since that day. I'm sorry. So it was just too upsetting to look at. Just give me a minute. I'll show you guys exactly what I'm. Please have a look at my brother's funeral, and this is the pastor. Let me see. Sorry, guys, it's just upsetting. Wait, let me clean the camera. Hold on. He's got sunshades on. He's got sunshades on inside the church. Sunshades. Right. So.
For strength. Yeah. We're confident. Thank you, Lord, for the church. Lord, family that He's been part of for years. Oh, bless the Lord. We give you all the glory and honor. Yes, indeed. You never took for granted the gift that you give to us in Brother Eddie. We never took for granted and will never take for granted. And we cherish every moment we had. You can hear and the side, every love that we shared together. And we make comfort, real comfort, Lord, real comfort. Knowing, oh God, that indeed we believe, Lord, that you're the resurrection of the night. And we will sure see again. We will sure see again. Soon and very soon. as we proceed to the next,
Thank you.
the putting the body on the ground of God. Thank you, Lord.
Everybody was just looking at themselves like, what?
You never leave us, not forsake us. We my Lord, you said the Lord is our helper. Yeah. I will not be afraid what any man can do. That's Lord. Thank you, Lord. You're marvelously happy.
Yeah.
For the testimony.
Look at, yeah.
It was all to your glory. It was all to your glory. Thank you, Lord.
Are you sure he wasn't drunk?
I don't know.
You see, these men, they are so drunk with power. You know, they are because they are enjoying a lot of things because they have the power of manipulating human beings. So he felt reckless and anyhow he could do anyhow. That's how they behave, these guys. You become this way when you feel you have some kind of power.
Honestly, I was so disappointed. But yeah, this is what we had to deal with.
Was this before you? But you're no longer a Christian, right?
No, I'm no longer a Christian. I've not been a Christian for over 8 years.
So why did you allow them? What happened?
My brother was a Christian.
Okay, yeah, it was one of them. Yeah.
Everybody else, they are all Christians. Everyone is a Christian, bro. So
it's just like the same to my family. Everybody else is telling them they will be arguing with me. No, we're not even talking anymore now because it seems they are gone. We have to now look for ways to talk to other people. Younger Nigerians, younger Africans that can see the truth now.
Thank you.
So okay, can I just conclude then?
Yeah, you can conclude. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, this is why we have to expose this thing, and the ways we can do it, like the other lady said, we need to start creating. We have to become a force because these guys were a force in Africa, and they dominated us, and they put it as institutions. But people don't know how to heal out of. They don't know how to ask the right questions. Because if we ask the right questions today, Christianity will fall. Number one, why didn't God come to us? Because we found out that our people are way older.
He sent those colonizers to introduce himself to us.
But he gave us oxygen, Abi. We've been breathing oxygen for over 1,000 years. So is it not the same God that created oxygen? You see, this is the critical things we have to ask in ourselves. Why do you give us oxygen? You give us every other thing to live this life. The brain to understand complex food. But you couldn't come to us and tell us that, oh, I'll be sending somebody from another land to come and save you people. And we're right in front of you. It doesn't make sense.
No.
See, this is the thing that we have to start asking ourselves. If the so-called, and the Bible is twisted because a lot of people don't even know, I've never even heard about the 42 confessions of my heart. These are ancient laws that were in Egypt before Moses. That you can see that the 10 Commandments stole from. So I asked myself, so why didn't God honor the Egyptians for such laws? So these are things we need to start asking, and we need to start teaching our people. They don't know these things, and so because the reason why Christianity flourished is as a dumbing down and a neglection of history. Now, Christians are saying that you have to separate slavery and colonization from the missionaries. Can you imagine? You see? They're not, so when did it happen? Okay, slavery happened 5,000 years ago, and the missionaries happened 2 years ago. You know, they're trying to not twist history as if they came at separate times. When they came on the same boat. See, these are the things, and that's why, because a lot of history has been taken out, especially Nigeria is one of the biggest problem. Because they're not teaching history, so they're not able to replace history with lies. That's why a lot of people think that the white man did everything. So this thing goes hand in hand. And if we do not start what's the word? Being
innovative.
Yeah, innovative, and not just innovative.
Creative.
We need to actually do it. We need to be intentional, yes. If we're not intentional, wallahi, we will go leave this world, me and you, 30, 40 years from now, it will continue again.
Of course.
We have to start laying foundations to break this hedge. It's a very bad hedge. It's destroying our people. Whether they like it or not. Because that's what I admire about the white seed.
Chiza, can you imagine? Look at this Jerry Eze now, right? This guy in the front here. Have all these people gathered, thinking that he is
a
solution.
You see?
But very soon, he's going to become irrelevant. Jerry is not bringing anything to the table. He's just making noise online. Jerry's not bringing anything. Look, the only person benefiting is him. He's been giving doctorate. He's been giving every year. Companies with their car companies give him brand new cars every year. They swap it. You've had one for this year, okay? They swap it around. All right, this is the one for the new year, right? Everybody wants to be among. Everybody wants to, but really and truly, what is the only reason why people are there is because of the crowd. Okay, but what is he giving? What is he producing? Nothing.
But now this is the problem.
This guy tells people that God is healing Akalesia. Put it on the live stream. The same person will turn around and say, okay, now it's time to give your seed offering. I mean, what does he call it? Seed, Thanksgiving, seed of thanks, or something like that. The same person that is offering these people all these magical healings cannot get money from God. Eh?
Thank you.
You can't ask God for money. It's the people that you are healing that you are getting money from.
It's true now.
The guy
God
collects.
can do all things.
The guy collects. This. We just go and listen to him.
I know.
On a Sunday, he collects tithe, offering, partnership.
Press fruits.
Partnership. What is partnership? What's in the partner?
I know they want to buy 10 rice for one school somewhere. All lies.
I only agree with you. Partnership. But you are the one speaking to God directly. God is telling you he wants to heal somebody with achalasia. But God no fit dash you money.
I saw another pastor advertising himself. He was saying that God wants to bless you to be a blessing to other people. And I asked the question, why does God want to bless me to be a blessing to other people? Then how come, why is he giving me oxygen? Why is he giving all of us oxygen? He should give you oxygen to give us oxygen now.
What, look at
it's
that.
True now. If God is giving all of us oxygen, why does he need you to bless me when he can bless me directly?
One pastor said God has given him gift to raise millionaires, billionaires. God has given him a gift to raise millionaires. Really? Why can't God make you the millionaire? Why can't God? Wait, I don't understand. How is God giving somebody a gift? God go look person and say, okay, here's a gift for you to make people millionaires. What kind of stupid?
I'm telling you, see, if we start attacking these people, you will see they'll start coming up with manipulative ways. They'll start gaslighting us and manipulating. Do you know why? Because they are working with the uttermost stupid thing that fools a lot of Africans and Nigerians and human beings in general. Glitz and glamour. Yes. That is the core of our psychological problem as a people. And it affects us even in our daily lives. Black people are too into glitz and glamour. and it has destroyed our society. And the pastors know how to give it.
Jesus, I'm going to need to go very soon.
All right.
I want to hear from unfiltered to. Is this unfiltered, the unfiltered? And then the great. Guys, before I came on the live stream, I posted a video on TikTok. Please, I'm going to urge you guys to go and listen to it. I did a reaction to E.A. Adeboye. The thing upset me, what the man said. The thing pained me. The thing entered my bone. Wait, let me see whether I can play. I will just play you the Adeboye's video. Abba, how can this old man be so insensitive like this? Listen.
There are some of us who, if we ask you now, for how long will you follow Jesus? So what kind of question is that? Can you possibly change your mind? Everybody will say, no way. Are you sure? Ask Brother Peter. When Jesus Christ said, you will all deny me today, Peter said, I don't know about these others, but me, never. Are you sure? Don't you know who I am? Peter the rock, concrete. But when he came face to face with death, you're one of his disciples. He said, I don't know him. We have seen you with him. He said, hey, don't get me into trouble. Never be near him at all. Your language betrays you. He began to swear. Let me pray for you. Thing that will happen to you that will cause you to deny Jesus Christ will never happen to you. It will never happen to you. I told my people in Nigeria not too long ago, some hoodlums kidnapped certain girls from his secondary school. It made world news because even Mrs. Obama tried to intervene. After all the noise, the kidnapper said, all right, if they bring so much money, we will release the girls. So they brought the money. But then they now turned to the girls. Once you convert to Islam, we will let you go. One girl, only one girl, said, I will never deny Jesus. They released the others and kept that one. There are some people who felt she was stupid. But after all, they don't know what's in your heart. You can pretend. Like I said, pretend Jesus is my Lord. If I have to die in captivity, so be it. That's what the word will is talking about. What is your decision concerning the Lord? There are some of us who...
Those girls were 15 to 17. I mean, how old? Yeah, 15 to 17. One of the girls refused to renounce Jesus. Now, Adeboye is now using the story as people, you must stand steadfast and serve this their sky daddy Jesus, the fake character Jesus. Honestly, if such a thing happened with the Chibok girls and there is a Jesus, you mean that did Jesus watch that girl? Jesus watched that girl hold on to him in the face of and Jesus did nothing. Jesus did. Okay. It's all right. Insensitivity. They were 12 to 16 in secondary school. Oh my God. Oh my God. Now this is what Adeboye is now using as a who will hold steadfast to the Lord. Who will hold steadfast? What the fuck is wrong with these people?
I'm sorry, guys. It's just so upsetting. So please engage with the video. If you need to share it, please. The very last video I've got on Adeboye, you see it there. Please watch, share. We need to start. The man is an old man. At some point, someone needs to be saying something to him. Baba, people like say don't reach time for you, because the more the man is opening his mouth, the more the man is just, the guy is just something else. Pastor Jerry being exposed. No, I mean, when you say exposed, he's a fake now. He's a fake pastor. He's a fake pastor. What is there to expose? What is there to expose? Look at him up there. Eh? Who sent you message? All those papers behind him, are those people's prayers? Look at his wife right next to him. So this is prayers. After they finish praying, they now take photos of themselves. What is going on here? The great ink. If you find God, please, yeah, come and show him to us, okay? You're asking if there is God anywhere. We too, we are looking for it. When we see it, we will call you as well. When you two see it, call us. Let us know. God. Which is God? When are they see him? God. Oh, my goodness. Guys, can I love and leave you guys? I'm tired. I need to, just that my brother's thing has really taken it out of me. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I'll be back again tomorrow, okay, folks? Okay, guys?
Yeah, thank you. So sorry for reminding you. So,
It's okay. Yeah.
all right,
Everyone, guys, don't worry. We'll be back again tomorrow. Hopefully, I'll start a bit earlier tomorrow.